one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives.
We're riding on the internet, cyberspace set free. Hello, virtual reality. Interactive appetite, searching for a website, a window to the world, got to get online. Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
It's really cool.
The internet gave us a whole world of exciting new possibilities. So I guess this is a story of how it changed our lives. Maybe it will yours too.
Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
There are just so many different things that TikTok gives us. So many different videos, ideas, recipes that I use in my day-to-day life that gives me ideas to flourish.
The truth is smothered by lies, told for power and for profit. We must hold the social platform accountable to protect our children, our families, and our very democracy from the...
Please save me, Donald Trump, please. I'm asking you. Please save me.
The Golden Age of America begins right now.
For making it happen. Thank you.
Like, what is about to happen? Like, I have like such like impending doom and fear, and like, what is about to happen? So I'm just laughing because I'm scared. Like, I don't. Why? Like, I'm not understanding either why Elon Musk is involved.
Oh, you assholes. You want to hear this or not?
Welcome to seminary. Let me see if I have this set up right. It's gonna record it.
Yeah.
There should be video. Anyway, right. Seminary, we're back in ideal form. It's like, It's exactly 8 o'clock. We're up. We're drinking Braid Force. We're gonna figure out what to talk about.
Doing it Saturday morning like the Mormons do.
Yeah.
Gotta get up before they do.
True. Gotta stay one step ahead of those people.
Yeah. When I was in Salmon, I saw like these 2 Mormon kids were like helping this like crackhead move out of his trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, dude, it must suck. Just being 15, getting roped into doing nonsense for pretty much no reason. Volunteer work.
Because Joseph Smith wanted to get more pussy.
Yeah.
Because some guy found some golden tablets and wanted to have 14 wives.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday. Like, well, not only Joseph Smith, but soaking. How they're like willing to do all that instead of just being like, let's just fuck.
God cares about those little rules.
Yeah. It's like they found a loophole in the system.
You know the saying, God's in the details.
Yeah.
He cares about exactly how you do it. Yeah. Sometimes, who knows, I probably believe some crazy things too, but sometimes I go, some of y'all are still into this? Golden tablets? Reading stuff out of a hat? You know?
Yeah. And then like I love those TikToks or whatever where it's they go to like BYU. They're like, all right, $5,000 or sit down with Joseph Smith. It's just like the dumbest person you ever saw. They're like, oh my God, give me sit down with Joseph Smith.
Do they have like a fake Joseph Smith like actor behind it or something?
No, I think it's like no,
You-
no, no, no.
It's like a Ouija board. What do you mean? Or this is like
No,
back in the day.
this is just like a hypothetical. Like they're like, would you rather talk to Joseph Smith or
Oh,
have like a
oh.
large sum of money or like some other incentive?
You talk to the prophet. Talk to the prophet
Yeah,
every time.
that's like asking if I wanted to talk to Jesus. Who
Yeah,
doesn't?
yeah.
Somebody at work was trying to like argue religion to me. They're like, what are your thoughts on it? And I was like, I don't really know, but told him my idea was like, I don't really know what's real, but I can't really kind of respect all of it. You know what I mean? If you're willing to believe in something, go ahead. And
Yeah.
his whole thing was like if you really like he's like trying to convert me to an atheist at work. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. But this is also the same guy. He tried to talk to me like about abortion laws. Like I think he's pro-choice, but I don't know who isn't pro-choice really.
Yeah.
I don't think I've met somebody in real life who was like, no, you
I
can't get
honestly
an abortion.
I honestly feel like most people are like kind of moderate, and then there's just like two sides that are like, one's like
Yeah.
never, and then the other side's like, hey, are you a fan of Planned Parenthood?
Yeah.
Are you a
Yeah.
fan?
Once you hear
No, I'm
someone
not
call
really a fan.
once you hear someone call it a Planned Parenthood, that's how you know they're hardcore about it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, yeah. I think it's I think that's a classic IQ bell curve
yeah.
of views right there, where it's
If you
like,
get
where it's like, no, you can't ever, and then everybody like, yeah, all the
yeah,
time, sometimes, and then back at this end, it's like, well, depends. Some of those people we want gone.
yeah.
What did the lady who started it say? You got. That's what I say when I see those people. I go, hey, I think you guys are right. Sometimes you gotta cut out the weeds to let the flowers grow. Am I right, guys?
Yeah. I just thought about something funny. This is kind of how I've always thought about it, but I've never like put it into words. Um, you gotta feel you can't have like more than like two, and you gotta feel bad about them, else you can't get abortions. If you're like, oh, I'll just go get an abortion,
Yeah,
I'll just pop over into Planned Parenthood real quick. It's like, no, I think you can get an abortion as long as you feel bad about it. That's that's at the like the top. There's the
and
pyramid of
I read
pro-life,
that,
pro-choice, and you
and
can
I
get it,
read
but
that
God
out of
is
a
mad.
hat,
Yeah,
and that's written on gold tablets, guys. So
yeah.
yeah,
So, would you rather get an abortion or talk to Joseph Smith?
I gotta talk to Joseph Smith. I gotta talk to the man.
Yeah,
I gotta know what he knows. But
I
true to
love how
be, I haven't been in that position. No,
I need to
tough one.
I need to figure out whose wife he slept with again.
Yeah,
Like he was like sleeping with like his it's either his cousins or like his buddies' wives.
I mean that's what you do if you start a cult.
If you're a prophet,
True.
if you're a real prophet,
If you're a real prophet, you take the sin.
yeah. Imagine you're
It's
like,
everyone's
okay,
sin.
so you're a real prophet, though. Try to fuck my wife, huh? Bet you can't do it. Lo and behold, he came down. Let me.
I wanna hear more about this guy at work though, because
Oh,
that's
yeah,
like that's gotta be my other like least favorite type of person. Is like the guy who's like, nope, this is how religion works, and these are what your views are, And then the other guy's like, nothing
Yeah.
exists.
I
The
didn't even
universe
think of
doesn't care about you. Everything sucks.
dude. That's like that. This guy's like the same. Like he's both of those things because like he's me is like I don't know. I won't really buy into it at work. I'm like yeah whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. But this like one chick, she was like no. He's like God is Lord. Like she was like she was trying to argue the Earth was only like a couple hundred years old.
Really?
He was like getting mad about it.
This is awesome.
She was like they found yeah dude it's crazy the creatures you meet but
Where are you wage cooking at now?
dude I'm still making like frozen like vegan meals like organic like
Hell yeah.
tofu enchiladas dude it's fucking wild.
Nice.
We are deep in enemy territory.
Yeah.
This is full recon mode. But she was trying to say that they found she was like they found dinosaur bones but there was still like it wasn't just bones, it was like frozen. She's like that means they can't be that old. So like how does that even make sense because you're saying there's dinosaurs but the earth is only like 500 years old.
Yeah,
I
that's a
thought
tough one. At that
or
point,
like
you just
or what is
say
it, it's like
they're
it's
fake.
it's more like 3,000 years old.
Okay, all right,
I
okay.
don't know. I think that's like the time frame the Christians believe, but he was just getting mad. He would like turn around, he'd go like fuck, yeah, fucking shit. And
This is all the vegan job.
yeah, dude, this is all like just us standing around working. This is
Yeah.
but I don't really remember other arguments, but I do remember um oh the conversation I had with him after that where he's like, what are your thoughts on religion? I was like, I don't know really know what's true, but I don't know. It's kind of nice that some people like believe in stuff and they're just like nice people because of it. Like it is like those people are kind of weird, but at the same time, it's like, all right, at least we got somebody like this running around, kind
Yeah.
of evening things out, you know. But he was not. He was like, no, if you have to, if you have to believe in God and heaven to be a nice person, then fuck you. You should just want to be a nice person anyways. He didn't really say
Okay.
it like that, but that was his argument. And how
I
does
kind
that?
of get that. Maybe he's just been watching a lot of like True Detective.
I know, yeah, dude.
Like that's like Rust. That sounds like maybe he has like a hard past and he's like sub. Does he
I
sort of
think
have like a? Does he sort of say everything in like a Russ Cole cadence, where he's like, if that's what's keeping you in line, then you're not really
no,
a good person.
no, he kind of talks more like this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this guy is. I don't think he's watched a TV show that's like been actual people ever. I think it's always been animated, dude.
Okay.
Been one of those things.
Yeah.
Anyways, talk. Yeah, hopefully they never see this. Hopefully
Nah,
they
that's
do
all
see it.
right.
Hopefully they do see it and share it to all their friends
Yeah.
and leave
Yeah.
a like. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or some hate, you
Or
know?
hate. Any interaction is good. I love
Yeah.
getting hate. I haven't got cyberbullied ever. Can we just that'd be nice if we had cyberbullies before we had fans. Like just
True.
people that were like fans but they would only hate us.
Yeah.
We should do. Let's
I
try to
don't
get some
think we've.
haters.
Yeah. Maybe I'll make up some accounts, cyberbully us. There's no
Yeah.
cyberbullies. Maybe we are the cyberbullies.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
that's how you gotta look at it.
Yeah. Let's see. Dang, what was I about to say? Oh, what I want to look into more is like CTMU stuff. I think
What
I
was
could
that?
get into that. Cognitive theoretical model of the universe. So supposedly the guy with like the highest IQ ever came up with this thing that like, okay, I haven't read into it that much. So I should just pull it up and just read the first little bit. But
All right.
from what I understand, or what I'm deciding it's about, is that it's like some Godhead stuff. That, like, what he basically says is that we're somehow, like, creating this,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a self-simulation.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'll just read through it. The cognitive theoretical model is the first self-simulation theory of the relationship between mind and reality. Its author, Christopher Michael Langan, has been billed as the smartest man in America, with an IQ reported by 2020 and other media sources to have been measured around 195. Langan created the CTMU in the mid-1980s while working as a bar bouncer on Long Island.
Nice.
Among his claims for the theory are that it constitutes absolute truth, proves a logical framework for a theory of everything, it proves the existence of God. Anyway, that's all I've read about it. I believe it now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Is your mic plugged in all the way?
Oh,
It's
really?
just clipped in a little bit.
Dang. Should I turn it down?
Maybe it might be popping because of that. It's just popping a little bit.
Is it better now?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Huh.
Is it plugged in like into the mic?
Should I unplug it and replug it?
Yeah, you could try that. See if it works.
I think it's plugged in good.
I got my
All right.
girlfriend. I got my girlfriend a cat. Hold on. Let me show you.
Okay.
Let me show you guys something.
All right. It's nice.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd bring that up, but anyways,
Very nice.
let me get it out of here. I don't really like this thing.
Everybody leave a like for the cat. Leave a like, a comment.
All right. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. I got a little distracted.
It's great. Everybody leave a like, a comment for the cat.
Yeah. That'll get us some
Very
good
nice.
press. Good press.
Yeah, people are gonna love that.
But all right. So what was this guy's theory?
It's basically, okay, I haven't read the rest of the Wikipedia, but from what I've decided it's about, like, we're creating this. Um,
Mm. Oh,
and like what he said is like reality has an identity, and that
mhm.
like everything's sort of plugged into the same thing. And
It's like the
that's all God, and it's like creating itself, sort of.
yeah.
Which
It's
sort of
like
makes sense.
it's like
Like,
the collective conscious.
yeah, yeah, that type of stuff. Which
I was
I don't
kind
know, makes sense to me.
I know that's what I'm saying. It makes sense to me. I haven't really brought it up to anybody, but like um the idea that like just being connected on like since we're all like humans, we
Mm,
all have the same like brain pretty much. Like we're all connected through our own like through our consciousness. I feel like it
yeah,
like that makes sense to me because I don't know. Just as like a baseline thing, as like a human thing, like it should put you because if you think about it, you should feel more connected to everybody else because we have the same like type of conscious or like the collective unconscious. Like I think that's the same thing, right? Is like making things happen because the unconscious like mind of everybody kind of pushes it to be.
yeah,
I don't know. So it's like if we are all connected, then we all have like our conscious minds combined, kind of like I don't know. What is that word? Like the visualization or whatever. It kind of creates this stuff. I don't know. We're getting too far into the theories too early on.
Yeah. All right. All
But
right.
what was that guy's name? It was like Carl Jung or something.
Oh yeah.
I was like reading some of his stuff not too
Yeah.
long ago. I don't know.
Yeah, I should get back into that. Start watching some Galahad Eridanus and stuff again.
Yeah.
Do you watch all those?
What is it?
That video you sent me of like Abraxas and everything?
Oh yeah. I think I've seen all of his videos, but or maybe not all of them.
Yeah, same. I think
But
I've seen most of them, but see if it'll keep us up to date on the next 2,000 years of scientific deception. But it's exciting
yeah.
stuff, and
I, I,
all kind of lines up with like what he's saying, what Crowley
yeah.
and Young are saying, and
And it's like, yeah. It
Rudolf
connects to like stuff
Steiner.
you already know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like when I was like listening to it and reading about it, it all made sense to me, but I don't know if I was just reaching for the truth, the
Yeah.
answer.
I say it's okay to reach as long as it supports the glorious future
Yeah.
of Atlantis too. Can we tie that in somehow? That's all that matters.
Dude, uh we're halfway there. Los Angeles is going down the drain.
Yeah. We'll get. We're gonna call. I'm gonna call up Gavin Newsom, see if we can take it.
Yeah.
Hey, can we get a little bit of that? We're trying to do a little experiment over there.
See if we can buy like houses in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Buy all the burned down houses.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what a time. What a time to have renter's insurance.
Yeah.
Imagine how much like of a hassle that'd be. Not even the tragedy, just the pure annoyance of like, oh, dude, all my shit's burned.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like not even being sad about it, just like a week later, just being like, well, fuck, that was in there too.
Yeah.
Well, that my fucking bottle opener. I had that like just being mad about shit they burned. I don't know. I hate when I make jokes like that, especially at work. And like you make a joke that obviously it's like a joke. You're like yeah, like it's not it is more serious than that. But people are like, I'm pretty sure they'd be pretty upset about it. Like every time I make a joke now, I just hear that person in my head because I know it's likely gonna be like one of my coworkers or whatever.
Yeah.
Be like, well, actually, that's kind of fucking stupid. But
I
I
actually
don't know.
got lucky for the most part at my new wage cut position. I feel like
Oh,
everyone's
dude,
pretty cool, but
where you
all
at?
I talk about is just buying gold. I just try to tell everyone to buy silver all day, all night.
Where do you work at?
Uh, oyster farm, shoveling them up, scraping them up, cutting them down, plopping them in,
Is it
mucking around.
oysters?
Yeah, oysters are mostly is what but they do some clams too.
Hell yeah. Where are you?
Like Bellingham, Washington.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Do they pay
it's not.
pretty good?
But yeah, I
Nice.
mean, as good as you could expect, pretty much. You know,
Yeah. Shucking
not as good
oysters.
as yeah. You know, if you could put all the money into gold, silver, you can. After you pay off everything else, might not come out too bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
That's a good skill too once we're living out on the sea on
true.
this island.
Honestly, it wouldn't be too hard. Like, it doesn't seem like it's that hard to like, they just seed them, wait like 2 or 3 years, and you got like millions of oysters out there.
Yeah.
Especially with all the amazing technology we're gonna have at Atlantis too.
You never know what can happen.
Mhm.
Invest in oysters. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
But,
I think that's the plan. We just we're gonna have a live meeting soon at some point. I may just start announcing them. I may just say Wednesday, 5 o'clock, and then just start doing them. Maybe it'll only be me or you if you could show up, but eventually, eventually it'll catch on.
Yeah.
And we'll have
like all good things, it'll gain traction.
yeah. And anyway, yeah, Wednesday, 5 p.m. We're gonna have a live meeting. You can come in. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. Buying gold, get the Constitution ready, and yeah. Anyway,
Get down and dirty, live on air.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What else? The Discord. The Discord is up. Get on the Discord. We're up 40% in the Discord. You've been following everybody following along. We're gonna do even better this year. You know, it might only be a few $100 because 40% is just 40% of whatever you have, but you know, it counts for something more getting there.
Yeah.
Buy gold and silver. I'm kind of getting off on an unrelated thing. Kind of just going back to my base programming. Buy gold and silver.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be double or possibly more in the next.
That should be the base programming.
Yeah.
If that's your base programming, you're doing all right, because you know what that means? It means you're buying gold and silver.
Exactly.
That's exactly what we need. So what are some of the specific like stocks for silver? Because I don't know, Pan American silver, it's been pretty low, so I just been buying here and there when it dips.
Yeah. Actually,
shoots up throughout this
since
year.
I've recently bought in, I've just been buying like ETFs and leveraged ones, which you don't have to buy leveraged ones. But I figure that's just a good way to like play silver or gold without really doing much research. You're just gonna get the average return, and then you're gonna get that leveraged. So you don't really have to spend time looking into companies and stuff. Instead, you can just focus on where is a good buying point for gold or silver, and then just playing a leveraged version of it. So I'm got full sized in Nugget and UGT for gold and AGQ for silver, but I'm not going over like a certain amount with those because like this is probably just being paranoid, but I think you should be paranoid. Um, like none of these ETFs and stocks and stuff, a lot of them don't owe you anything if everything falls apart. So after a certain point, I'm just gonna put it into like I'm not gonna buy any more stock. I'm just gonna start buying physical and plan to hold for like 5 years or something at least.
Because that sounds like a good move.
Yeah, you do have to, if you go to a gold and silver shop, like you are gonna have to pay a little bit extra. Like, you know, silver's $30, but you might have to pay 31, or like say like you buy a 10 gram gold bar, you know, you might have to pay. Where I just went, you only have to pay was like $10 more, but usually it's like $50 more. But still, if you hold for long enough, that difference will be made up pretty easily. And then, you know, if you were to sell it back to them, you'd probably have to sell it for cheaper. But if you can sell it to another person, you can just sell it at spot.
Yeah, dude. You gotta open up a gold and silver store.
Yeah.
Start selling it to it. For $50 more.
Yeah.
Bought it for $10 more, sell it for $50 more.
I could.
They broke we up.
Yeah. I honestly think I'm kind of just planning to just hold. Just not even think about it. Just hold for like 5 years. Because I think there will be a lot of gains coming in the next year or so when everything starts to crash. If it does, we might have more upside, or we might have topped out for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I think there could be situations where one, there's no more returns in the stock market. Things start to go downhill there, but also the bond market and the market for like US debt is there might be problems there, and I think I could be wrong, but I think that the bond market's like 10 times what the stock market is. And if people, or especially like other countries, they don't want to hold US debt anymore, like all that money's going to flow out of debt and probably into the opposite of debt, probably into something you can like physically, personally hold that is finite, probably something or somewhat finite, which is probably going to be gold, silver, and eventually probably Bitcoin. So I think right now is like a great time to buy gold and silver. I think it's going to break out pretty heavily in the next couple months. Um, and then 2026 probably look to buy in a Bitcoin again. Right now, who knows?
What's
I don't.
Bitcoin at right now?
I think it's like 104,000 right now, and it's setting up pretty nice for there to be another push after inauguration, which I feel like is likely. Like maybe this is one possibility. We get like a quick push up to like 130,000. I think could happen, maybe more. And then, maybe there's a further high after that. But one possibility I see is like there's a big push higher after inauguration, and then it keeps getting hyped up, and then just keeps slowly falling for like a year and a half. And that's where you look to buy maybe back 60,000, maybe lower. And then just keep doing that in like the 4-year cycles.
Yeah.
And I kind of figure that's what we'll do with the, Atlantis too. Money is like everybody tithes their 10%, and then we put it in Bitcoin, silver, gold, and then when we vote and make a big decision, all right, we're buying these islands.
Yeah.
Put it in there. But yeah, if everybody can just start some little accounts, get some schemes going.
Yeah.
On like 10% of their profits or whatever they choose. Put in the group fund, put in Bitcoin, gold.
Yeah. I just imagine I don't know, it's kind of a bad thought, but when you said that I thought like first thing fresh off the boat onto the island, we're starting like currency. I was like, I imagine like a bunch of Jewish guys like just hauling gold coins off a boat, and, like getting down, start making bank accounts for everybody, like in the sand.
Yeah.
Nah, but what do you think?
No,
What do
we
you
don't
think?
have anything against the Jews.
No,
Circumcision, I kind of want to make circumcision illegal, but other than that,
I know it is kind of. I
everybody's
was watching.
welcome in Atlantis too who supports the vision.
Yeah, who even cares about all that stuff? All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
but yeah, we we stand with Israel. I'm actually on Israel's side in this thing.
Really?
Even no, no, I'm just like
I
someone who doesn't know like what's going on. That's like, no,
I
I love Israel. Israel's a
I
great.
I don't know what to say. Usually, here's the thing. Usually, I'm on the side of the people who are. Usually, I'm against the people who are killing the children, you know?
Yeah.
But it's a complicated, the Jews are involved, so it's a complicated situation, and I don't have an opinion on that.
Yeah.
So everybody knows. It would
Yeah.
seem simple. It would seem like we should kill the kids, but the Jews are involved.
Yeah.
So it's complicated. I think
Yeah,
everyone understands that.
I think I think we can all see a little bit of ourselves in Israel.
Yeah.
And in that we must sympathize with them in
Yeah.
their cause.
I do kind of think about that sometimes, like the collective consciousness. Like there's got to be part of the brain that wants to kill off other sections, you know?
Of the brain or of the
Of the
populace?
Godhead, you know?
Of the
Like there's got to be.
populace?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like there's certain parts that are just like hanging around doing nothing. And then
Yeah,
there's
so
certain
that
parts that are trying to refine the Godhead and they're trying to control it.
Yeah, so everyone has a little
Everyone has a little Israel in them.
Yeah, a little Marxist in their head, calling for reform, writing a little memoir, a little what's it called,
a little bit of everything.
A manifesto. Sending them up pages at a time. Like, god damn, that is a strange coincidence. He'll just send a page up and you'll realize something like, god damn, yeah, these guys are doing really good. Like, holy shit.
Everybody does a little speed and writes a book once in a while.
Hollywood's full of these people. Yeah, dude. Or like, I heard someone talk about how Kanye has always been right.
Yeah.
Like, Kanye said he was going to be the greatest rapper of all time.
Oh, I've seen that bit, which is a good bit, but I've seen it from like 3 or 4 different people. And it's like, I don't know if it was just an obvious bit or they've all stolen it.
Yeah, it's like one of those jokes that just go around. Like, hell yeah, I'll say that next time.
Yeah.
I'll say that at my show.
It's kind of what it seems like. Yeah.
But I don't know. I've been watching the Shane Gillis podcast.
Oh yeah.
Matt and Shane's secret podcast. But don't watch that. You guys just need to keep watching this. It's pretty much the same thing. Don't watch that.
You gotta support the little guy, not those big podcast corporations.
Yeah. They've had enough success.
Matt, Shane, yeah.
They don't need you to listen to their podcast, so don't.
I only listen to War Mode now.
Yeah.
I like to listen to podcasts from the real down to earth chuds that, paint houses and direct garbage trucks.
Yeah, dude. I've been like
you ever listen to that? It's Matt's little brother and his friend. They just talk about like research they've done into like figuring out human trafficking and how they don't and how they know everything's a scam, but they can't help but vote for Trump.
What's it called?
It's called War Mode.
War Mode.
You listen to you go to listen to War Mode for the intros and you stay for the conversation.
Yeah.
Those intros are probably some of the best.
I think you've showed me one of them.
Yeah, I need to start making intros like that. There may be an intro on this podcast. I see if I can get one out.
What would the intro be for this podcast?
I think it's going to start off with like that 80s internet commercial where they're like, "Hey kids, why do you need the internet?" And they like start talking about the internet, and then it's just like random clips of like the most terrible things you could imagine.
Yeah, dude. Like
seminary.
It's like Ukrainian guy shooting himself.
Yeah. Hey kids, why do you need the internet? Something like that.
Yeah, dude. You should put on here. Maybe I'll try to make an intro tomorrow, but you should make one too.
Yeah.
Because I just thought of like Babytron, that rapper, like that scammer rapper.
Babytron. Okay, I think I know who
that
is.
Or there's another one named Punch Made Death. Like he has a chain that's just like a card reader with a card in it.
Yeah.
Because they're like credit card scammers. I always get paranoid every time I use a terminal. I put my card in a terminal. Even just at the ATM. I go to a Wells Fargo ATM, but even then I'm like nervous.
Because people put like a cover in there, right? And then
like really it's called like a skimmer or something.
Yeah.
And like it reads your card and like sends it to somebody. Like that's fucking wild, dude. I think that happened to my parents once because like somebody was using like their debit card to like buy shit at Lowe's in like New York or like Pennsylvania or something. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of wish it wasn't like that, but that's just how it is. I kind of wish someone had to actually run up on you and snatch your satchel of gold coins, but
Yeah.
uh, everything's in fake little numbers somewhere on a computer.
Yeah.
Till
I
we get
think
to
about that
Atlantis
sometimes.
too.
I think about that sometimes. Like whenever I get paid, I just deposit my check into my account. And
Yeah,
so it's like I hardly ever see any real cash.
yeah.
It's like, oh no, these little numbers on my screen are going low. What am I gonna do?
Buy
That
gold and
sucks.
silver.
Yeah, dude, that sucks that it's like
Gotta get
not
real
even
money for this Ponzi collapses.
or
That's
or
kind of what I.
your credit score. I haven't paid back my credit. I was like, this is fucking stupid. I was like, I'm not paying them back any. It's like I owe them like $100. I'm like, fuck you guys.
Yeah,
Shit's fucking stupid. I don't care about my credit score.
I was gonna start credit backs a while back, but I still haven't, just never got a credit card.
When Bitcoin, when you're gonna buy a bunch of Bitcoin, that's the best time to cred max.
Yeah, true.
But
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess you could do that, right? Like buy Bitcoin with credit cards, or somehow make
Yeah,
like get cash for the credit cards.
and then you just pay one credit card off with another credit card until Bitcoin goes up enough, and you pay it all off, and you end up
No,
with more.
you never pay it off. You
Yeah.
move on to a
Oh,
different
I forgot
scheme.
about that. That's the perfect rule. You move to China.
Yeah, no, you stay in America. You move to a different scheme, and you have other people rent things for you.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what Sam Hyde does. Like he was like when he made that video, it was like $20,000. Aprila's never gonna see again. $5,000. Toyota's never gonna see again.
You gotta like do that strategically though, because
Yeah, because that I think that's how
they
he made
won't
like a lot of
they won't
money
just
on
let
Bitcoin.
you get a ton of money out right off the bat, I don't think.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's like strategic getting the debt and then buying Bitcoin the right way to where you come out on top.
Yeah.
Like your credits destroyed and you owe all this money, but you're
But you
still
got
like
Bitcoins,
but you got Bitcoin
which is the important thing.
you don't really have to pay it back. As long as you don't care about your credit score, you don't have to pay it back. Because what are it's not like they can send like cops. I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah, definitely can't. We still got Sam Hyde Fish Tank season like 4.
Never watched that. You
Dude,
seen it?
seasons 1 and 2 are pretty good.
Nice.
Season 2 was like I don't know. It's just I think I told you what Fish Tank was, right?
Yeah,
Where
it's
it's
he
like
like puts a bunch of people in a house and just controls them.
yeah, that's I think it's my favorite social experiment.
Yeah.
My favorite prank is when they like tell him to play hide and seek, so everyone hides, and then he gets a homeless black dude, and he's like, "All right, well you gotta find him, and I'll give you extra money if you like scream when you find them." And so like this homeless black dude was just going around like finding these people, and they didn't know. They thought like Sam Hyde was gonna come find them. So like when they get found in the closet or whatever, it's like the homeless black dude just screaming at them. And so that was I don't know. I think I think that's great though. Just
He
like
was in the house?
yeah, he was the one finding them when they're playing hide
Oh,
and
okay.
seek.
Okay.
But after they all hid, that's when Sam Hyde like found a homeless black dude and was like, "Yo,
And it
find
was
all
Sam
these."
Hyde?
No, he was the homeless black dude.
Yeah.
He acquired one.
Oh, okay. As he
Yeah,
does, as he would.
as he would.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's I don't know. I wish I had the foresight and the opportunity to be able to cred max.
Yeah.
I
I
think it's one
honestly
of
think I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna try to buy as much Bitcoin as I can every
yeah
4 year cycle low and then try to sell a lot of it at the top. And I
yeah
honestly feel like we could make a lot of money doing that. As long as like most of the money's in something safer, but still there's gonna be
yeah
like high returns in like gold and silver.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I feel like I was
Uh,
gonna gonna say something, but I forgot it. Right. I feel like this is actually peak podcast mindset for me. It's like I wake up and like, I think I
Yeah.
need to do more depressants. I think I need to turn things down a little and just like
See,
stay
that's
in a more
what
relaxed form,
I need to turn it up. You know what I mean? I think for the longest time I was like, all right, gonna smoke a bunch of weed, do the podcast.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But nowadays, I think especially like a little bit before the new year and like right after, like probably like 2, 3 months before like January, I'm kind of getting into this mindset where it's more like, I don't know, less relaxed, but less more like being a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta
dude.
keep it you gotta keep it
You,
pushing.
you gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah.
Big dicks in the ass is bad for your health. It's the
Yeah.
most important thing. But I don't know. I feel like I was trying to force it before.
Yeah.
Have like what's that guy's name? Sneeko and like
Oh yeah, I think I know
Andrew
who you're
Tate.
talking about.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, Sneeko, especially around the time like Andrew Tate was popping.
Mhm.
Like that guy's videos was like, you have to have this mindset where you are like you have to be on a different level, okay? Like all that bullshit. And then I saw this video of this little Asian kid I just thought about where he was like, although he's like 8 years old, he's like, when I was just sitting there playing Minecraft, not doing anything, I could have been making money for my family, bro. I could have been supporting my family, bro. Like that's real life. I was like, that kind of idea, like that kind of mindset is fucking stupid
Yeah.
because it's like you're just a child and it's like this alpha mindset, this sigma,
Also,
this sigma grind set that you got to stay on. It's just kind of
I
like,
feel like everything would be maybe better and more successful if you're like, yeah, I'm gonna put the work in, but I could also just be a regular guy to some
yeah.
extent. I don't have
I th-
to be the alpha and let everyone know
yeah, I think I'm
and
letting go
like
of like I think
be like
self-importance.
motivationalism all the time.
Yeah. I think it's self-importance
Yeah.
where you
I
have
think
to
I
be.
kind of think the trend is over with that. I
I
hope.
know. I know, right? Like I don't know. I think it's the same like cuz Andrew Tate was like obviously not a like good person. Like
I mean, he
this
was a scammer and
yeah,
a pimp.
even the shit like that's not even alleged. The shit that we 100% know he did was
Yeah.
like fucked. It was like fucked up. Like having like phone sex like organization scam organization. And that's not cool either. That's like email scams.
I
That's
think
like
that's
on the
just what
same
they do in Eastern Europe, though.
that's just yeah. I don't even think it's a scam really. I think
I
it's
think
like
it's
the
just the
lottery.
culture of
It's kind of
Eastern
like the
Europe.
it's kind of like the lottery. It's just a tax on people who don't know how to take care of themselves.
Yeah. Maybe it's a necessary tax. I feel like, I lost a lot of money, but I am better for all the scams I've gone through. Now,
Yeah.
when I post the camper on Craigslist and I get two replies immediately and they say, we're gonna need to get you, need to get a VIN report and send it to us, then we
Yeah.
will welcome you. I go, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm gonna have to sell the
How
camper
about
to a lady who wants to, pay me half and the rest will be in action figures and sewing machines. I don't know what I'm
is
gonna do with that, but it's an
is
option.
that what she said?
Yeah. I've been trying to sell this
I
thing.
love that.
I got like four people trying to scam me. I got like two people who seemed interested, didn't get back. Now I got like three people. And then I got a lady that sends me paragraphs about like how she's homeless now, but she'll like give me all of her stuff and like half the money and like, you know, anyway,
She's
if you need appliances, uh polar fleaces, an embroidery machine or action figures. I don't really need that stuff, but if you know anybody that does, if you know
hell
anybody that
yeah.
can sell it,
Yeah, probably Goodwill.
they're
That's
probably.
probably the only people that'll take that garbage off your hands.
I don't know.
Not the camper, the action figures and the embroidery machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, dude, that must suck worse than having like a wage cut job. Just e-begging. Please,
Yeah.
man, I'm homeless and I need this can like she's trying to get an A on a red paperclip project. She's trying to trade up.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I don't know. And then, like, I was considering taking up the deal, and I still might because I'm just anxious to go buy some gold and silver. But
Yeah.
then she was like, also, does it come with backing instructions? I was like, I mean, I could try to show you. Like, I don't think it doesn't come with instructions. You think, like, no, subtrailers, this one actually comes with the droid that'll tell you how to back up.
Yeah. So this one has a backup camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Instructions, don't be dumb.
Yeah.
This one comes with a guy that yells at you how to back up. Like an old construction worker. It's like, nah, to the left. The fuck are you
No.
doing?
It just comes with the standard papers that you read through the steps as you back up.
Yeah.
Wait, was that step 2?
You take a picture and it's like you take a picture on your phone and it's like, all right, so this is how you back up into this spot.
Yeah.
Dude, sometimes I have like stress dreams where I'm backing up a trailer.
Really?
And someone's yelling at me. But
Yeah.
I always back it up pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, I finally got pretty good at it. I broke one of the jacks, but you know, that's what happens, and that's, sometimes you break a jack and you gotta sell it to a lady who can pay in action figures.
Yep. I feel like
And
that's such a Washington thing.
yeah.
I don't have money, but
I can make payments.
yeah.
Do you need any furniture?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. What was I about to say?
I
Yeah.
think I think
Maybe
though
I'll
you
integrate AI into it. Yeah, this trailer actually has AI that backs itself.
yeah, dude.
Yeah. Does
It
it
can
have backing instructions? No, it's all AI now.
nah, you don't even have to
Everything.
do anything. Push the button. That's so dumb, dude. Like you ever see the video of like the truck? He's like, no, like he parallel parks, he just pushes the button and like tries to parallel park it, it just slams into the other car.
What
Like
kind
why
of
can't
car was it?
it was like I think it was like a it was a truck, but I think it was like a Ford. Like one of the
Oh, like
Ford
the
trucks from like
electric
the
Fords.
no, I think it's before that, like when they first came out with like assisted parking and cars were just slamming into each other. But
Oh,
I think
wonder if they cover that.
it's kind of weird to see people in real life. Like, I don't know. The only time get in real life is when I go to work and everyone there is AI generated. I've realized. I was like, I believe more in the collective conscious and unconscious because of people's responses, dude. They must grab them from the ether or something because I don't think they're using real thoughts to like everyone's walking around with like a helium balloon full of thoughts. And when I tell them something, they just grab a reply out of there.
They
They're
just pull
pulling
it from like,
they're pulling
yeah.
gold tablets out of the hat, man. They're coming up with some crazy shit, dude.
There have been a couple, like, some people I'm like, oh, this is a real person, and then sometimes I'm like, this seems like a
They're AI
stereotype. Like, this
generated
guy just went to, like, yeah,
based
baseline.
based off your recommendations or like
Yeah, there was somebody that kind of seemed like, I was like, is this guy like sent down just to play a character here for like a couple days?
yeah,
He
dude.
was
He's
like,
like an extra.
yeah,
Guy's a special guest.
I think it turned out he was just like an Asperger's genius, but
Nice. A savant.
um yeah, at first I was like, I cannot get this guy figured out, because like I first met him and he was like, Um, he was like talking about going to school, and he was like, "Does anybody else here go to school and work this job?" And he's like, and yeah, they're like, "Yeah, some people have," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going for electrical engineering." I'm not trying to be mean here. It was just a funny situation.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, you're a genius, and I respect what you do.
Come to
But
the live
anyway,
cast. If you're listening to
yeah,
this,
come
come
on
to
the
the live
Atlantis
cast.
2 meeting. Um,
Speak
but
your
he was
thoughts.
like,
If you got beef, you can say something on.
yeah, but he was like, yeah, I'm going for electrical engineering. I want to change the world through electricity. And he's like, the only thing I don't like about it is it's not very diverse. It's mostly cis white guys like me. And then, uh, he couldn't figure out his headlamp. And he was like, I took the battery out, but it wouldn't charge into it. And I was like, oh, there's like dude, you have to unscrew it, and there's a charging port on the side. Like, just take the actual battery out.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah. So the one
But,
the one electrical thing he has to deal with, he can.
and then and then after that he was like, somebody said something, and he was like, oh, I thought you said this was a very realistic game. Like, this was a game and I was an NPC. And then I was like, oh, this guy's definitely not real. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah,
But
dude.
then after that, I started talking to him, and he turned out to be a legit person. But
Yeah.
sometimes there's moments where reality I almost go, what's going on here? What is this place?
Yeah, dude. Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna break.
Yeah.
Because I'll just like, I don't know. Someone will start talking to me about something. I'll just be like, what? Get out of my face. I don't want to hear that bullshit. It's not even that they're not real or anything. It's mainly I'm just fed up. I'm like, dude, you guys,
I'm a closeted
nobody.
angry person.
Yeah, me too. Because I feel like that too. Like the last couple of months too is like again with like losing that self importance, just being like, everyone else is just a person. I'm just a person. I feel like we can get along on that level. So I feel like
Yeah.
I'm fairly nice to everybody, but on the inside, I'm like, there's a part of me just shadow boxing, waiting for somebody to fuck up.
Yeah.
Just being like nobody's on my level, dude. I don't think anybody's on my level of consciousness. And that might be a little narcissistic, a little egotistical, but I don't think anybody can fuck with me on the level of consciousness that I'm at.
I
I
think
feel like
that's
I'm
I think that's a
I don't
mindset you gotta have to make
I
it
don't yeah, I don't know
where you want to be.
but you also you can like
To some
le-
extent, you gotta
less of
balance. You gotta balance.
less of like uh just saying that, but like I noticed it. I'm like, dude, I'm like the way I'm experiencing life right now, you couldn't even comprehend. I'm working on a four-dimensional level. This is like you get it. I'm not saying you wouldn't be able to understand. I'm saying like some of these people at work, they're like, all right, go to work, go home. I know I'm not gonna shower today. I'm too tired for that. Or like being sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
Dude, if you feel sorry for yourself at all, you're not experiencing life on the level you should
That's
be.
the other thing I've
Because
encountered.
that's how you rob yourself of joy.
Yeah.
Is
You
accept
gotta
it.
get in it. You
Yeah,
gotta play the game. I've encountered
yeah,
some people recently that aren't being greedy. You gotta stay greedy. You gotta stay in
yeah,
it. I've encountered some people who are like, oh, I'll just like I'm not trying to talk down about anybody, but I'm just using this as an example. Like there was a guy I was like counting my tubs of oysters, and he was like, "Oh, I'm fine with base pay. Like,
hmm,
I'll just." He's like, "I'll probably just take the minimum or whatever." And I was like,
yeah,
"You gotta stay greedy out here. You can't afford not to."
yeah. And it's like you can't be afraid to like be confrontational either.
Yeah,
It's like especially with stuff like that, dude. It's like your future. It's like this
yeah,
like just
I'm
would
gonna
you
get
rather
that extra $6. What is the 12 million? Is
yeah,
the $75 million company gonna call me up and have a problem with
yeah.
it? And the manager might, but
Would you
but you
rather
know,
just would you rather these people just be like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, he wants the mid okay, yeah, it's fine." That's polite. Would you rather just be polite, be a pushover? Huh?
yeah,
What are you some kind of silly Billy? Dude, you gotta take what you want. All right. There's people that's something I think about too. I think it's one of my mottos. It's either you do what you want or you don't.
yeah.
That's
There we
how
go.
that's something I've had to tell myself before because I've been like, oh well, should I do this or oh should I maybe do this? It's like no, you do what you want or you don't. Like you can't just sit around thinking about it all the time.
Yeah, go make a list
Or
and then
not
go
even
to that list and there's something to cross off on that list. You gotta keep it pushing. You keep getting pushed. You know,
yeah, yeah. You gotta push back.
you gotta
You gotta
get
wake
ahead
up.
somehow.
You gotta wake up.
You gotta we gotta step into the new golden age,
You gotta be a
the
terrorist in your
glorious
own
future.
life. You gotta be
Helena's too. Yeah,
yeah. You gotta want it. You gotta be like a fucking shark 5 feet from the shore with blood in the water.
yeah,
Somebody's talking about the weekend you eat their fucking lunch.
yeah. You're
Atlantis too.
exactly. The weekend, that's another thing I could go into. A lot
Dude,
of
the
people
weekend
are stuck in a cycle of weekends. Oh, I'm gonna get through this and make it to the weekend. What
yeah,
about the
yeah,
rest of everything? Like you gotta
yeah,
put your like I feel like people had the right perspective of like not like I'm just gonna step through
yeah.
these little boxes of life, but like
Not like
see the big picture. I
yeah,
feel like you'd make better decisions, even in like an. I mean, this is kind of on a different track, but I feel like the longer time frame I look out into and make decisions for, the better decisions I actually make like today. Like
yeah.
you gotta zoom way out. Um,
Yeah. Um that's crazy because that makes perfect sense. Like there's a path that's like laid out for you if you just let it happen. Like you could just do pretty much nothing and be fine. You could be a piece of shit. It's a little bit harder to be a piece of shit, but you could do that and still end up like fine just from being a leech. You could like be a leech. You could be like a wage cuck. You could be whatever, but it's like you got to put more effort in each time. And so some people just get stuck on level 2
yeah,
or whatever. Like and like I don't know, it's easy to get complacent because it's set up for you to do that. Like because we need people that are just like, no, it's okay. I'll just work here and or like people that just get like people are set up to get beat down from life to like be like, oh, fine. Yeah, I guess I just work at the grocery store. Like,
yeah,
or like, you ever see like old people that work because they didn't start a social security or anything, they just fucked around for 50 years.
yeah,
But like, I don't know. It's like once you zoom out and like you kind of like not only on the time frame, but just on like the whole picture of like how society's set up, you can kind of see like
yeah. You zoom out on time
the
frames.
consequences for what you do now affect the whole thing.
Yeah, or like yeah, I feel like yeah, zoom out on everything, on like your opinions, because that's something I try to remember and like go back to. Is like
Yeah,
in that Miyamoto Masashi book, The Five Rings, where he's like,
mhm,
there's a rhythm to everything, and you either zoom out and you see the rhythm, or you're
yeah,
too focused in that you're just a part of it. You're just a part of the cycle of
yeah,
politics or your job or whatever it is that you don't zoom out and actually be able to have an effect on what's going
yeah.
on.
That's like the getting caught up in the weekend cycle. That's a perfect way to get like complacent, where it's like once you start feeling sorry for yourself and accept the fact like, oh man, I worked so hard and I feel like so tired and I can't wait for these 2 days just to do nothing. And then it's like
Yeah,
you end up doing nothing and then it's like I feel like a lot of people have that part where it's like, oh man, I feel like a piece of shit because I did nothing.
I
But
also wonder if a lot of people just don't hate their
you,
job and like
yeah,
just doing like something they don't care that much about enough to be like, nah, I gotta figure out a way out of this. I gotta figure out a way to do what I want to accomplish here.
yeah, and then it turns into like, oh my, and then like, I don't know, it's not an and then, but this alpha, the Andrew Tate mindset, and like this trying to like scream out of the rat race is
Yeah.
not, it's equally as unhealthy because there's no real, that's not a real goal. That's not like a real, like, this get rich quick, like, alpha male, buy this course, like, learn finance, like, finance bro shit is like not the answer.
I don't think it
Because
lasts.
it takes away, yeah, and it takes away like your identity, like what you truly want to do. Because
Yeah.
uh something I think about a lot is like what I do and like what other, like, I don't know, like music, like stores, like everything. I look at it, how it affects the culture of like that specific thing, and then like the greater culture of like a country or like people in general. So like when I look at that stuff, like how does that affect the culture? Like this get rich quick Andrew Tate schemes. Like now you just have a bunch of teenagers like drop shipping clothes from China. Like
Yeah.
because drop shipping was like one of the big ones where it was like you don't even
Sell a
really have to,
million plastic water bottles.
yeah, you don't even
Right.
really interact with the product. Like I don't know, like sometimes they don't, like, doesn't show up to their house or whatever for them to do anything. It just gets all packaged and processed in China, and they just middleman it to like Timu or Amazon or whatever. And it's like not only are you pumping up Amazon and Timu, which is like, okay, let's just
Evil.
monopolize these corporations even more. And then things with like Shein and what are the other ones where you're just throwing away clothes, and like Goodwill, like when you worked at Goodwill was like all like those Shein clothes or whatever, or like,
I only worked there for like one day.
oh yeah, dang. But that's what a lot of people are saying, like it's all just brand new clothes from China.
Yeah.
And so
Probably now.
like like making kids want to drop ship just increases the amount of waste, the amount of dependence on Chinese enterprise and slave labor in China, like sweatshops. And also like those TikTok live farms where they have like a million iPhones like on TikTok live, like having their own TikTok live set up. But like you, everything you do, it affects everything. Like it affects stuff, obviously. There's
Oh,
consequences to your action.
you ever watch Zeitgeist?
Uh-uh.
I just started watching it again, and I once again have not finished it, but I will this time. It's probably one of the greatest documentaries ever without having finished it, but it just talks about like how everything's like tied in. Like you can't really separate anything from its
Yeah.
environment. They're sort of the
Mhm.
same thing and they influence each other. And like the first thing it goes into is like it has this allegory of or analogy of Monopoly, and like yeah,
Mhm.
you can play the game, but it's sort of like I think about like if you died, are all the numbers that you acquired really gonna matter? Like it's kind of
Yeah.
about like who you are. I mean, that
Yeah.
sounds obviously the stuff you do actually, and you know
I think
what
a
you
lot of people,
acquire and build matters a lot. But like it talks about in the beginning of that, like all the pieces go back in the box at the end. At the
yeah.
end of the game, it was never yours. You're just
Mhm.
playing the game and trying to like influence this place in a better way.
You're just like keeping the cycle going.
Yeah,
Like you're helping repeat the cycle because when you die, the next generation will do the same thing and like
yeah.
keep the game going.
I honestly think everyone should just watch the documentary, but because I won't explain it as well, and it
Mhm.
goes into a lot more stuff. But one of the first things it covers is like epigenetics, where like kids are influenced, even like in the womb are influenced by like the stresses that are around and like the type of culture that is around, and then that just like magnifies over generations until you end up where we're at now, which is like with the idea that like everybody's greedy and you're just gonna end up, and that like all the systems we have are the only way, and this is actually good.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like I was thinking about is like you ever see the video where that kid, he has like the long hair, he gets up to the front of the class. He's like he's like, you gotta get these kids excited to learn. You can't just give them a packet. Some kids don't learn like that. You gotta get up there and touch his freaking heart. But that made me think like everyone says all the time like kids are the future of America. But it's like they really are. And it's like I feel like kids are so susceptible, especially nowadays with like the access to all the information. Like kids are really susceptible to falling into like mindsets and like ideals that they hold on to. Like all the phases that you have in your life that you went through kind of stick with you. And so it's like if all these phases are just like and all the stuff that they're learning is kind of like flawed, that just means when they grow up and reproduce, the next generation is gonna already start off kind of fucked up.
Yeah, yeah,
I guess it is
exactly.
better. I guess I'm not saying that kids are getting worse inherently, because obviously like things are better like than they were, especially like I don't know, women can vote, aren't getting beat. You know what I mean? There's no segregation. But now it's like all right, now we're good. Everyone's equal. Everyone's having fun. Okay, now we're just getting too far. Like
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna fall more into this side, like past that, towards now we're having prejudice against the other side, which we
Yeah.
already do. And so
And
if you
everyone's
start,
just getting, everything got good enough that people got complacent, and then like the elites started to take even more control.
yeah,
Like, I don't know. I saw a chart that was like America basically looks like France did in the 19 or it's the 1790s, right before they had their revolution, with as
yeah,
according to like wealth distribution, it's pretty much exactly the same. But I don't feel like anything's gonna happen because everybody has like their weekend, and like
hmm
the fact that I heard someone say this, like the fact that you could be poor and like still have access to like cake and ice cream just wasn't a thing a few hundred years ago. Also, like,
yeah,
people can just go home and they have their shows and weed's legal, and they're like, yeah, things could be better, but I can get
yeah. But
comfortable. I can find a way to be comfortable in this squalor still.
I can go
Um,
back to the hamster wheel, like
yeah. Also, the other thing I worry about, um, because I needed to do this. I needed to do the podcast. I need to focus on some other things. I admit I started. I got on Instagram. Somebody posted a link, and I said I've never watched this mouthy Buddha stuff. I've heard about it. I'll watch a little Pizzagate documentary. Um, I watched that. It was kind of disturbing, depressing, and I got kind of sad. And I was like, is everybody just weak and soft? No one wants to try to figure out how to stop this stuff. And then that kind of makes me wonder, like, how many of the revolutions that have happened around the world aren't from, like, the regular working people, but are actually
yeah,
from someone higher up on the ladder that are just using those people for them to overthrow who's currently running things and for them to get even more power. Because
yeah.
I'm wondering if people are just, like, weak and soft now, or if it's always been similar.
I think it's always been like, well, nah, I don't
I
know.
mean, I guess there have been some situations, like,
Yeah, like
you could argue against like what Cuba is. Like, I don't know how good things are in Cuba, but I think that was mostly led by the people and not like some.
yeah,
I
and it
don't
was
think that was
never,
like inherently evil, but like I don't know, a lot of the
uh,
overthrows of of power, or a like a period of chaos that's, there could be some new system set up, and I don't know if it usually ends up in something better.
Yeah, and it's usually like, I feel like like, I don't know. There's what the people want, and then there's like the people running it what they want, and they don't want to just do it for maybe like, I don't know, purely like a good cause. You know what I mean? There has to be some financial gain for it. Or it's like, okay, we'll do this revolution, but it's in hopes that once we're in control, I can gain profit from it.
Yeah,
Like I
exactly.
once the wealth gets distributed, I want like more than like.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've been listening to like this rapper Billy Woods, but like I guess his dad was like a Marxist reformist or whatever,
Mm.
and like so he like his dad was like helping like revolutionize. I forget what country it was, but like he talks about that a lot as like it's like when the revolutions are over, it's like they give them half of what they asked for. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like no one really ever comes out on top, I feel like if you don't have the power to already. Like you can
Yeah.
try as hard as you want, but at the end of the day, it's like you'll never reach. There's only still going to be one guy at top or a couple
Yeah.
people.
I feel like, you could set up whatever system you wanted, but it doesn't like really get to the root of the problem, which is like
Yeah.
power is gonna find a way if you set up a system for it to. If you
I
set up
think
an unnatural system, and maybe I should save this for another day, but I was sort of thinking with like Atlantis 2, like as a hypothetical, when we get to that point, I feel like the only fair election system would be like one of purely like built on a natural system of like it's just pure chance. Like you draw 10
yeah.
names out of a hat, you have, a debate, a rap battle, American Ninja course, whatever. You survive a week in the woods, and then you vote on that, because if there's any type of system that's not run partially on luck, like power is gonna find a way to manipulate it and try to control
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. I feel
I
like
feel like
even then it would still be really susceptible. Like you're always going to be susceptible to like, I don't know, people like, I don't know. I feel like people are never happy with what they got. I like sometimes I could catch myself kind of being like that, where it's like always just waiting for the next thing.
yeah,
And so it's like there's like I think people like naturally have this it's the same reason why people like have to have drama or gossip. They always need to be like unhappy with the situation and
yeah.
like want to change it. And that's what I
Mhm.
feel like. That's how I feel about anarchists. Like they just want, yeah, like
That might
just to
maybe
do
that's
it.
the way though, is to
Yeah,
is to keep there being problems. I don't actually believe that, but what uh what Kaczynski talks about was like, you know, we're not supposed to like create a system where, or I don't think we're supposed to create a system where people escape struggle and problems. What I think should be set up, and what I think gives people value in life, is having problems that they can overcome. And like
yeah,
that's what gives people satisfaction and like purpose. Like you're not supposed to eliminate suffering. You're just supposed to build a system where people can overcome it and become
yeah,
successful, and that's what gives people like gratification.
yeah.
Um, so
And that's crazy too because I feel like that's a lot of people's first instinct is to want to not suffer or not have anything to worry about.
yeah,
But it's like, is it really that great after all that? Like after you get everything you want and everything, like you don't have to worry about anything you need. Like, is it really all that? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, then you get your happy pills,
Yeah,
and you
that's
get
when
a
you can
happy
start.
time, and you go on TikTok.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Like how I'd like to see in like the next like 20 years or whatever, like how Lexapro and like other antidepressants like affect these people's brains. Like when these people
like
are
long
like,
term, yeah.
yeah, like 20-year-olds that are on like anti-anxiety and like antidepressant, when they're like 40, like what their brain looks like. But we'll just have to wait and see the
Yeah.
glorious future, which they'll be too lobotomized to care about.
Yeah.
I think like uh people are lobotomizing themselves with these tactics, these evil games they play with themselves and with each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm
Something I
talking
heard
about.
on War Mode was like, yeah, you can take the antidepressants, you can just tap out, but like what you're really supposed to be doing early on in your life is like finding different situations and finding different areas to try and figure out and overcome and gather
Yeah.
your XP points. You got to gather your experience
Yeah.
points instead of just like tapping out and then all of a sudden you get off your medication after like 10 years and you're like, whoa, what is
Uh
this place?
yeah, then that's when you have to start picking up the pieces. It's like when like those old people who like still have to work because they didn't stack social security. Like
Yeah.
you can start whenever you want, but you still have to take those steps. Like you have to go in order with the rhythm of things to get where you want to be. Like,
Oh, that is something else. Sorry, this is kind of off topic. We should save this for another one. But I want to go deep in like retirement accounts because I've always kind of thought they were lame and they might
mhm.
not be for certain periods of history. But like the more I look into it, it's like, yeah, this might not be a good idea right now. So I want to go like I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna dive deep and try and figure out like because I'm like putting money in an account like that. It's probably been a good idea for like a lot of the history of the country. But
Mhm.
if there's no returns in the market for like the next 15 years, and we have like a bad
Yeah.
depression in the next few years, I don't know if it's gonna like you might just want to buy gold because people always like when you look at it over a long enough period of time, gold does a couple percent better than like you know an
Mhm.
IRA or whatever.
Yeah,
Uh,
because yeah, that's something
it
I need to definitely think about because that's where a lot of my money is in like a long-term IRAs and like a lot of like ETFs and bonds and stuff.
yeah.
So I might have to consider just transferring that over, and that's what I'm doing now. I think that's what my next investment is definitely going to be because I don't know, I was kind of moving money around and I'm thinking I might either invest in silver and gold or I might now I'm thinking about like getting physical, like some coins
Yeah,
maybe.
because I don't know, like for a lot of periods it's worked really well because like it'll help you buy a house or not get taxed or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know, gold is just like it's always done 10%. Over a
Yeah.
long period of time, it does like 10% annually for like the past thousands of years. Whereas like the US and like a retirement account will give you, 8% or whatever to 10%
Yeah.
if you get the timing right. Um, and like
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like people have this view that somehow the US is like some new thing. Like there's never been a country that's running things really well and is on
Yeah.
top and has a global currency where it's like I don't know, like
Like
I'm gonna post those Ray Dalio videos in the Discord because he does a really good job of like simplifying and breaking down like this has happened before the US with the British, with the French, with the Dutch, with the Chinese. Like a country
yeah.
gets 200 years on top, it has the main currency, it overextends itself, it crashes. A new guy comes in and like obviously there's a pattern that's visible, and the elites probably know about it. But are they gonna try to do what they can to offset it and to keep the U.S. on top, or are they just gonna let it crash and ride the wave somewhere else and profit off of it?
Exactly. Like, this isn't a
Um,
new thing. Like, there's definitely yeah. I think that's exactly right. But I don't know what
anyway,
we're gonna do, dude. What are we gonna do? No, I'm just kidding. We've done it. We've done like an hour and a half already.
oh yeah,
That's
this
pretty
might
good.
be the way to do it. This might be the way to do it. Wake up
Dude, early morning
early.
cast. I've been thinking about doing it too, but it worked out good today. And also like on the weekend, like waking up early. I like to, I like to think of the weekend as like I get time to like I don't know. I try to clean my house like really quickly,
Yeah,
but it's like a good thing. It's like wake up and clean your house Saturday morning. You'll feel way better
yeah.
about yourself. Like that's a good boost
I should
to
start
be
doing
like,
that.
and it's like you get the benefit of having like a clean place to be too. It's like it helps with the wanting to be motivated. But I don't waking up early on the weekend is a good thing. Makes me feel empowered. Like I'm using this time for good rather than just trying to I don't know, trying to get ready
Yeah.
for my 5 day week, my 5 day work week. I have to work 40 out. I have to work 45 hours this week. I think I'm gonna die. I hate. I
Yeah.
try not to go. I try not to complain about work too much either, because you got to be grateful you're not like a Somalian child slave. Like you're not
True.
like you could be
True.
like you could be in the process of like you could be in a cobalt mine right
Very
now.
true.
You could be mining blood diamonds. They don't get 2 days off.
Yeah.
That's like you either smuggle diamonds in your ass and get out, or you know like you got to be grateful like how comfortable you could be in America very easily.
Yeah.
But there is people like, and I don't want to say either like because
Yeah.
I was
That's a
getting
good
commercials.
mindset to have.
I was getting commercials about like Ethiopian children and like elephants and like ASPCA. Like I think people forget, and I saw somebody talking to Charleston White about this. There's more starving kids in America now than there were like a couple years ago. Like people have less resources available to them than you think they do. Just because like we have the internet and people are online. Like there's still people starving and like dying like in America. And it's like fucked up to think about. Like the wealth gap.
Yeah.
So it's be lucky, like yeah, be lucky like you're one of the Americans that, can even listen to this on your phone right now.
Yeah. And if you
Some kids,
can,
some
listen to
kids,
it every day because you might not have the opportunity forever.
because you might
Um,
fucking learn something.
yeah.
Watch me, bitch. I ain't even
Yeah.
start yet.
We're gonna be cranking out classics this year.
I know. It's the glorious
It's
future
on.
starts now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also. I can't find it. I don't know how this thing works. I don't. I picked it up at the thrift store. Very excited about it though. We're gonna figure this thing out. Finally got
Nice.
one of these things.
Hell yeah. So, oh, dude, that's okay. You got a little MIDI controller,
Yeah.
little keyboard. Nice.
I'm very excited about it.
I actually got mine right here. I can show you it.
Nice.
I got this from the pawn shop.
Oh yeah, that's the real deal.
A little bit different, but
Nice.
what have you been using to make music?
Studio One.
Oh, Studio
I
One.
I
You
haven't
could
really made
definitely
anything because I just got out of the camper, but I'm gonna get to work in here.
That should be
Putting up
easy to set up.
intros. What do you use?
I use FL Studio.
FL Studio.
But once you like plug that into your computer, just be like it'll be under like link to MIDI controller.
Yeah.
I think on Studio One, because that's what I started using. It'll be like in your settings and like link to controller, just look up the name of it and link it to it. But
nice.
Hell yeah, dude. Working on the music. We're getting the I need to get an album out this year, dude. I think it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
Oh yeah.
But
hard shit, straight bar shit.
Straight bar shit. Sometime I don't want to throw a date out, but we're working on it. We're getting it done.
Yeah. What would you use for the intros? Because I was trying to use like
I think
I'm just not. I need Adderall. I'm not good with technology. I need to get I need to get. I guess I need to do the intros in video, and then somehow connect them to the podcast. Or maybe I'll just actually get like a podcast thing where I can just like program it in, then play it to the mic. Anyway,
yeah,
that's for another. That's
I don't know
for another time.
But I'll think about something. But I want to do
probably
another
what
intro.
I should do is just start off the podcast and just play the intro, and then we start talking.
Yeah.
But now I've finally figured it out. Anyway,
we gotta do the Hunter Biden one again. Ready for War, Joe?
Oh yeah, play that intro
we
again.
Blow the spot, yeah.
Yeah.
At least that song. Because that's how I feel. Because I can feel it.
Joe. Yeah.
I can feel it.
Beware. No, that's a different one. No, I think it's Ready for War. No, yeah. I don't know what it's called.
Or we should put the song from 8 Mile.
Yeah. You
not
have one chance, one opportunity. Not that one.
Yeah, that one or the. Oh, dude.
I don't want to get. You gotta watch out because they'll like copyright you though.
Oh no!
Like on that Diddy one, I got copyrighted on that.
Or Mob Deep, that Mob Deep beat that's in that song.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like I should have finished up what we were saying a second ago, because I got kind of off track. But I just want to say, like, I feel like that is the mindset. Like, you should be grateful for where you're at, but not like grateful to like, oh, I'm grateful to people who run this country that they haven't made things worse, because they will. And you don't need to be grateful that you have like that they've given you the minimum to like keep you comfortable and happy. Like you should try to prepare yourself to be self-sufficient and get what you want done here. Anyway, that's all I got.
It's like you didn't choose this, and it's like something that's society. It's like a societal, like something that was like forced upon society. Like it's not a good thing where we're at right now. And it could be different. Like there's ways that it could be different and should be different. But you have to find this balance of like you can't cry about the way things should be, but you also can't be happy about the way they are now. Like you have to be proactive in changing it.
Yeah.
And so I feel like there's not enough people like and it's like are you and like while you're doing it, you have to be self-aware enough to be like, am I actually helping it, or am I just perpetuating the cycle and setting the next generation up for failure? Like, by doing these get rich quick schemes and like scamming Eastern European dudes out of $60,000.
Yeah. What else? What other news do we have? There's a lot we can cover, but this is an hour and a half, so I feel like we just crank out another one next week.
Yeah, dude, definitely. Maybe we could hit it on the weekend again, do another early morning.
Yeah.
Cast.
Let's see. Let me check my. Yeah, you know what? I can. Yeah. Pretty much just when I do work, I work nights, so. And I shouldn't be working that late, so. Yeah, a
Hell yeah.
weekend morning would be great.
Nice. I think it's this beat. Yeah.
Can't really
Wake
hear
up,
it.
cocksuckers.
Oh wait, yes.
Gotta get real, cocksucker.
Ah, all right, that's too loud. Wait.
Oh,
Somehow I can't hear it. Oh no, I turned up my volume too loud, but I just can't hear the beat over there.
So you gotta put it up here.
Somehow I can't hear it. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Huh.
It's like, no, it's copyright. You can't
Maybe.
But we'll figure out a way to put Shook One's Heart in the intro. We just gotta put the intro to 8 Mile.
Yeah. Oh,
or like
actually,
the trailer.
Shook Ones would be good with the why do you need the internet? Then we could have some random clips, then we could have Seminary.
Yeah.
And the Shook Ones type beat comes in.
For like
or we just come up with some new things.
For like a permanent intro, we should do a DMX song.
Yeah.
If you wanna rock, if you wanna bro. Like
that
show
would be
no
good.
love to homo thugs. But anyways,
have a permanent intro, and then have one that we add to when we have time.
Yeah. Should I try to make a thumbnail for this one?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll come up with something today, and I'll send it to you.
Nice.
Try to see if we can upload this tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be good. It's a little Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday Seminary. This is good. We're coming out hard. 2025.
Give the people something to chew on.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, 2025 is the start.
Yeah.
Of a new era for Atlantis. It's nothing but growth.
Yeah. This is the year we get together our Agenda 2030 in the next few months, and we'll be making it happen.
Yeah.
Atlantis 2 forever.
2025 making some money, leaving them shook.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is that it? I think we're there.
I think we're there. Everyone, yeah, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Big dicks in your ass are bad for your health. That's the most important part.
Yeah. Welcome to the glorious future.
Yeah. Victor,
good luck.
Good luck.
The peace sign's evil, apparently. So,
yeah.
Atlantis 2, there we go.
Atlantis 2.
To the glorious future.
Oh.